George Jones, the world's worst loser. That sums up our show. That's 5 straight Sports Emmys that we have lost. We have surpassed the Buffalo Bills. They went 4 in a row without winning a Super Bowl. I think David Spade won an award. I think he won an MTV award. David Spade, actor, comedian, TV host, writer, former Saturday Night Live cast member. Got a Netflix special, Nothing Personal. Got a great podcast with Dana Carvey called Fly on the Wall. And David Spade joins us on the program. You won an MTV award? Is that it?
Well, I mean, that's the one I actually won. I won it with Farley. But that was for Best Duo. We beat Will Smith and Martin Lawrence for Bad Boys. That was a real big clickbaiter back then.
Got to be careful if you beat Will Smith. He may come back after you.
Yeah, you got to beat him first.
Yes.
What happened is I was up for a couple Emmys and Golden Globes, and I lost all of them. Like it was a beating. I didn't look at the numbers, but the final numbers, I'm sure, were bad.
But do you prepare a speech?
Grotesquely, yes. I mean, the bad joke? News is,
Do you have one good joke? Like if you,
I usually have something, but embarrassingly, when I'm leaving and they see like this CVS receipt come out of my coat, and they're like, "Is that your speech?" I'm like, "No, I just didn't know if they were short on time. They want me to go long or something." But I did have a few little snappers to say, but I got smoked. Actually, the grosser one was the Emmys because they said David Hyde Pierce, and I started to get up. It was like slow motion. It was just like a false move, like a balk,
Yeah.
And it was just enough to where everyone was like, blah.
When you're a presenter,
yeah,
how much freedom do you have to write what you want to write?
It's pretty deliver? Loose. I mean, they want the comedians to come spiced up a little bit. I think the Oscars are smart when they pepper if there's no host, they pepper comedians throughout, and they give them each like 3 minutes instead of like 20 seconds. So you could do a little razzle dazzle, or you present with another. I think I did one with Tina Fey once. We did like a little bit, and then so they let you screw around a little bit. The Golden Globes are looser.
But do you get together with Chris Rock and Sandler? Like, let's say you're going to present. Would you then? Right. Who do you bounce your lines off of before you go on stage?
Something like that. I will check in with that. It depends on what it is, but with Rock does the big shows, and he kind of knows the drill. We're a little different in the delivery, but I will try to send him stuff too. I mean, when he does those things, he'll go practice it and go out to a club. So maybe I'll try to throw him a little doozy here or there, but it doesn't always work. But it's good to have some feedback from people, or just to reconfirm something works. Like we went to the Comedy Cellar recently, and I was like, I like that one. That's just someone, in case you're in your head going, I don't know if that one's, but someone else likes it. You go, okay, good.
How do you know when a bit's not working?
The crickets are part of it. The deafening silence. Sometimes they're sort of laughing because they want to laugh. They're on your side. I would usually sandwich it. I'm kind of on tour right now. We just did a bunch of Midwest shows, and I'll sandwich a new thing in between old stuff. And if it dips down too much, I know I just gave it every chance in the world. I've got the crowd on my side, and then you throw in a new one. And if plus some are undercooked, you have to practice them. It's hard to practice them on the road. I just did the Netflix special, and it's an hour. It took me to get together for 2 years, and I have to sort of change it overnight. So I think I still do some of the special, and then I do some new stuff, but I also owe it to the crowd to do stuff that works. You can't just sit there and act like you're at the Improv,
How often have you blamed the crowd for not getting your great humor?
Well, I haven't blamed me yet, but I feel it's coming because I walk off stage and go, this crowd, man. No, it's me. I can tell because sometimes as it comes out, I really like it and I'll stick with it if I like it. But sometimes the crowd decides and I just go, I had a lot of hope for this one, but it is not clicking.
The toughest comedian you've ever had to follow is who?
Oh, there's anywhere from the big ones, because the Comedy Store, you're always going on. It's like a rotation of good people. And you can follow Sebastian, who kills. You can follow Rock, do and pop in. you can follow anybody. And also there's newer ones that you don't know that really crush. And then you get caught off guard. And then you're supposed to be the good one. And they're like, this guy hasn't done anything and he's way better than you. And I'm like, I know, well, it's hard to explain. I'm lazy.
But if you follow somebody who bombed, is the etiquette allow you to comment on the comedian who bombed?
I don't really. Dennis Miller used to say, like, if he does a corporate gig and the guy introduces him and it's just the most flat, boring thing, Dennis will walk up and go, thanks, Jim, for whipping him into a frenzy. So that old chestnut sometimes.
Oh, by the way, you did your Dennis Miller impersonation. Fritzy has been working on a David Spade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is there one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very brief.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
You guys lost the Emmy last night.
Is that how I laugh? Oh, horrible. No wonder the girls are scattering.
My hearing is going though. So.
Oh, that's a good one. And who did you lose to?
Good Morning Football on the NFL Network.
Oh, okay. With AK, I watched that one. But I split it up. Don't worry, I split it up.
I know. But
I
mean, you sounded like, yeah, of course they won. Like it didn't sound like, well, that's an upset.
I would say it's 4-1, but you have your guys, so it's pretty even. But listen, I've been there, man. I've been at those Emmys. Is there an Emmy? Is there a ceremony?
Yeah.
And you went?
It was last night.
And where was it?
New York.
You drove all the way to New York.
3 hours to lose.
Oh, stinger.
I know. I got a party bus.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Was it a little quieter on the way back?
No. Win or lose, we celebrate, David.
You go, this is a celebration.
It is.
Of losing. Yeah.
It is.
I don't want to say this, but go ahead. Okay. That is good. By the way, you have a great show. I'm going to give you a pep talk.
No, I'm good. I don't need it.
Have you been in any weren't you just in a Hustle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Hustle.
Yeah, the new wait, if you saw it, then you knew I was in it.
Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure you would brag about it.
Do you think I'm that good of an actor that you didn't realize that was me acting in the Sandler movie?
In fact, I don't even know what character you played because you blended in so well.
Yeah. I played myself.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. It has a lot of stars in it. I'm calling you a star. All you stars in the sports world are in it. And it's a good movie. I just saw it.
Did you go to the bat mitzvah for Sandler's daughter?
Yeah.
You did?
I did? Yeah.
What did I miss because I couldn't go?
You made your way to the Sports Emmys. I know they weren't really giving out trophies that night, but I did say it was fun because it's always like there's a good singer, and it's the best part is to see Adam so stressed because he's running around. There's a daytime ceremony and he has lines. It's very complicated, these ceremonies. They have lines, they sing, they go back and forth. His daughter has a great voice. She sings. And then that's 2 hours and he has to coordinate all the people coming. And then you come home. Then there's the rager. And he was out front, like directing traffic because it was hard for them to get in. He's out.
Oh my God.
And I love it. I scream out the window at him. I love it so much because he's so mad.
Who was the musical act that I missed?
Oh, Halsey and Charlie Puth.
Oh, okay. That's big time there.
It's big time. And they, I don't think he pays them. I think they're very nice. I don't know for sure.
What celebrities did I miss out on?
I think I'm the only one that gets paid to go. But there was just a little stipend, Dan, just to get me out of the house.
Help you out a little bit. But is Conan there? Tom Hanks there?
Last time was with his other daughter. My mom was flirting with Dustin Hoffman. He was at our table. And she told him he's in her third favorite movie. And I was like waving her off. Me and Conan were like, Mom, this isn't how compliments go.
Wait, your mom's hitting on Dustin Hoffman?
Well, yes. Well, she was complimenting about his movie Tootsie was almost as good as Amadeus. And I'm like, Mom, just say it's the best one. Like, no one's going to quiz you on it later. There's no fact checking. But he was very nice to her. And that was when Adam Levine sang. Yeah. He sang and my mom was all into him and pushed Dustin into a wood chipper when he came on stage. She was like, "Oh, who's the guy with the tattoos?" And I'm like, "Well, So he had a good run, but this one was, a lot of celebrity types, and also the kids were like, his older daughter is 16, so her friends were like from Euphoria-ish, they're like, they look 35 and they're running around. And my daughter's 13, and she's like, "Are these adults or kids?" Like, I don't know what's going on.
Was Jennifer Aniston there?
Jennifer Aniston was there. Yes.
Oh, damn it! I knew it.
She was a sweetheart. Yeah, she's so nice. And you probably see her on all the movies, right?
Yeah. She calls me the sports guy.
Yeah, that's good. I'll take it.
It's all right. I mean, it's a blow off, but I mean, I'm all right with it.
Did you make your way into Murder Mystery?
No, because Aniston decides who's in those movies, not Sandler.
Eesh.
Yeah, I got C-blocked by her.
Do you have any? Is there any sports stuff in those movies where you wouldn't fit?
Yeah,
you don't have to play you don't have to play a sports guy.
No, I've been serious before.
Yeah, you could play like a coach.
No, I got range.
Coach or talk show host of sports.
I could have done Tommy Boy. I could have done that with
Yeah. No, I said yeah. My part was easy. I just had to sit there and go, what?
Yeah. All you had to do was not laugh. Like you had to be.
I just had to not ruin takes.
Has that ever happened though with Farley, where he would do something and then you screw it up by laughing, and then you're like, "Oh my God, you got to do it again."
Oh, of course. But I posted a clip once. I'll probably do it again. Where there's one part in the movie that someone sent me a clip. I don't even know where they get them. Where I go, we're doing all this stuff, and all you say is, "No, he seems like a nice guy," and he doesn't know I'm going to say it like that, and he starts laughing so hard and ruining the take that I start yelling at him because we finally got it right, and he's off camera laughing, and I'm like, but there's so many outtakes from that. I wish they would put a movie.
That would be great. And you had Rob Lowe on your podcast with Dana Carvey.
Yeah, today's Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, last week was Dennis Miller, who was hysterical, of course.
But what's the best story that was never told about Saturday Night Live behind the scenes?
Wow.
That you guys have done this it's you and Dana Carvey talking about Saturday Night Live. You guys go behind the curtain there.
Yeah, we talk about comedy, and then we always wind up going back to SNL because we have either a host on or a writer we had a lot of good Norm stories with Jim Downey, who's the writer forever there. We did Weekend Update. I didn't know they fired Jim, and then Norm just went with him. They didn't fire Norm. I didn't know Sandler and Farley got fired because I stayed an extra year, and I found out later just because they were doing so well in the movies. I think NBC wanted them to go and wanted to change, over to Will Ferrell and the new people, and I didn't even know that. And I heard that. And I thought, oh, that's weird because I was sort of in the mix. But,
what was your first impression of Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live?
Hey guys, that was an impression. We actually one time Will Ferrell and he was first of all, my first impression was he was great. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer over there. Like we went and had a burrito one time because I was trying to get to know the new guys. I'm like, hey, let me take you out. And when he got there, I already ate, which I always do. And he goes, "Did you eat already?" I go, yeah. That's so weird. I shouldn't even say this, but I do it all the time. And so he thought that was peculiar. And then he did this getting off the shed sketch that first week where he yells at a kid off camera.
He did that for us.
Oh, he did?
Oh, my God.
And why is it so funny? It's so great. And then he just kept being better and better. And I was on the show that year, but I was sort of on the outskirts I had 5 minutes a week to do whatever I wanted. So I didn't do sketches. And I would just go down there and watch it. I was like, this guy's got some game.
By the way, the Netflix special, I got a chance to watch it. Nothing Personal, streaming now. And the podcast is called Fly on the Wall with Dana Carvey. And I love the impersonation of the crab. I sent you a text message.
Oh, yeah, you sent me. I was going to say, you sent me a nice message about the special. And yeah, that was when I was stuck in a house with too many crabs and they didn't care. The people didn't care. The 4-star hotel, which was 4 out of 1,000, didn't care. and I go, I have so many crabs in my house. There's like 50. And he goes, I know they're crazy. I go, I know, but can they not be in my house? He goes, it's crab season. But nobody cared. It was a real shoulder shrugger. I go, well, can they not be in my house? They go, oh, wouldn't that be nice? And then they leave. But yeah, thank you. And I'm getting ready for fantasy football. So,
And you're on tour?
I'm on tour. I'm doing. We just did Cincinnati, Michigan, and Chicago. It was great, and now I just have different ones coming up. It's on my website. Yeah. Where is Kyler coming back? Tell me, because you know all the stuff.
Yeah, he's coming back.
I'm an AZ
Wait,
guy.
are you all in on the Cardinals?
I want to be. I don't know. It's a good team because it's kind of different. Not everyone's for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Kyler?
I like Kyler, yes, and I want him to do good, and he can do good. But man, that last game they didn't do well, and then the Suns in the last game was a whole different.
Are you a Phoenix Suns guy too?
Yeah, I was until they botched that last game. I bailed out. Pulled the ripcord. I was like, who am I for now? I'm trying to guess who's going to win it all so I can glom onto that.
Golden State.
Oh, it is? I know. The other one's got some tough defense. Going to rough them up.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
Well, Dan.
Great to talk to you.
Oh, you got to run or I got to run?
Both.
Okay. Dan, say hi to the guys there if they're allowed.
Yeah, they're there. They're waving. The losers are waving to you right now.
You guys went last year in fantasy. I'll tell you, on my last round, I didn't know who anyone was, and I picked Tekashi 69. Anyway,
no.
All right, bye guys. Got to run on that one.
That one's not good.
Nah, keep it in.
Okay,
bye.
All right, okay. That's David Spade, the Netflix special. It's nothing personal, and the podcast is Fly on the Wall with Dana Carvey.